Drug and alcohol use among teens is down overall, but overdose death rates for teens are up. Overdose death rates amongst teenagers 15 to 19 years old rose 19% in just 1 year. Court Nichols manages the Taylor Recovery Center, and he sees the devastating effects of addiction firsthand.
It's an absolute tragedy. It's become worse than an epidemic in our country.
The 2015 data is the latest available, and things aren't getting better. They're actually getting worse.
The opioid crisis in Texas is exactly that, a crisis. There are other drugs as well, just like in most of the other cities. I know that methamphetamine has risen its ugly head again here.
But if more and more teens report they're not using drugs and alcohol as the years progress, why is there a spike in these deaths?
When you're dealing with heroin, now they're cutting it with fentanyl. And fentanyl is 200 to 300 times more potent than heroin.
One shot of the wrong dose of fentanyl is enough to kill. In 2015, the CDC reported only 772 total drug overdose deaths among teens 15 to 19. That's only 1.4% of the 52,404 people who died that year from a drug overdose, and 33,000 of those deaths were from opioids.
When I'm talking to families, and when it comes to somebody when dealing with opiate addiction, I tell them not to wait for that person to become willing, because the risk of immediate death is so great. I tell them, force them into treatment, and every shot could be their last.
It's that season again, folks. Kids are heading back to school, and parents are celebrating their return.
I don't care. I love it.
One Fort Myers, Florida mom may have started the celebration a little too early. 39-year-old Christina Hester was caught cutting, spreading, and snorting cocaine off her iPhone screen with a straw while waiting in the pickup line at Lexington Middle School. A Lee County deputy patrolling the school quickly arrested Hester, charging her with possession of cocaine and drug paraphernalia.
Take her away.
Travell Hargrove's 6-year-old son with special needs also got off to a rough start this school year after he was left on the school bus for hours.
Give me a hug, sir. Mister, give me a hug, bro. Give me a hug.
Falling asleep after an exciting first day of school. The bus driver returned the bus to the barn and left for the day.
He was on the bus honking the horn, and that's how they knew to go out, and they looked, and they seen him, and they got him off the bus.
Concerned when his son didn't show up at home, Travell called the school for answers.
I couldn't understand why nobody knew where my son was.
The school's chief communications officer released a statement saying drivers are trained to inspect every seat at the beginning and end of their routes, not taking any more chances. Dad says Trey will not be riding the school bus anymore.
I feel a lot more safer with me coming to get him from where I dropped him off than putting him on the bus.
With first day horror stories like these, day 2 has got to run smoother.
Now look at your weather. Tonight, mostly clear skies, still warm out there in the 80s. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, it's going to be mostly clear, slight chance of a pop-up shower starting off in the upper 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be windy and extremely hot, upper 90s with the heat index close to 108. Check out the current conditions. Now look at the 5-day forecast, including your weekend weather. To stay up to date on the latest weather, download the CW39 weather app.
If you're feeling lucky, you gotta play to win. The enormous lottery jackpot on the line, and the local business that could be the best spot to buy your ticket.
Get the best of Newsfix on any digital device at cw39.com. Comment and share your favorite Newsfix stories on cw39.com.